I have been a WWE fan since the early days of wrestling, when Owen Hart became King of the Ring, when TLC matches were first introduced, and I could tell you who every single superstar were, but over the years my interest in the WWE has dwindled to the point where I could not even tell you the champions or how many title belts there are in the WWE. That doesn't mean though that in a similar manner my interest in the WWE games has diminished. WWE 2K17 and 2K18 were great in its own way despite some technical issues. With WWE 2K19, 2K Games has set out to create a game with heavy emphasis on fun and my career, and tried to make the controls more simplistic yet easy to master for those advanced players. Does WWE 2K19 stand tall as the King of the Ring, or did it fall short? My career mode is one of the main features in 2K19, and as I stated, something 2K Games wanted to focus on heavily going into this game. It's definitely a vast improvement over the previous year's iteration and the change the WWE games needed. The pace of my career modes feels smoother, and the events that happen during this mode doesn't feel like a pain as it did with the previous WWE games. You have a few odd moments such as zombies, yes zombies, and the quirky yet comedic moments the WWE stories has, but it certainly is a solid and fun experience. WWE superstars are voiced with their real life counterparts, and lip syncing is solid, as is the facial animations. You don't really have the option of choosing a voice for your character, although this isn't too distracting as you're more engaged within the matches in between cutscenes as well as their player driven choices. Easily lasting you around 10 to 12 hours to complete, my career mode is one that can easily be replayed with a different character or player, resulting in a variety of outcomes. 2K Games really put in a lot of effort into this mode, and it definitely shows. My player mode gives you a ton of options to customize and use your own WWE superstar who, as with many other my career modes, start at the bottom building yourself up. I easily lost a couple of hours in create a superstar mode to edit and create a superstar to resemble myself, and one to see just how crazy and wild this creation mode can get. Both creation tools are fantastic, but it just baffles my mind why 2K decided not to allow a created female superstar to participate in my career mode. As you play more matches, you earn more experience, which is used in a skill tree to upgrade your superstar with stats such as aerial damage, striking, or using weapons to a greater effect. One of the newer features is called 2K Tower mode. Akin to a classic Mortal Kombat Tower mode that most of you will be familiar with, 2K Tower mode sees you facing down on a variety of wrestlers for experience and rewards as well as in-game currency. Each one has its own stipulations such as no aerial moves, grappling moves, weapons, and so on. It's definitely a fun addition, although not unique, but an interesting way to change up the WWE games. WWE 2K19 also sees the return of the 2K Showcase, this time covering the career of Daniel Bryan. There isn't much new to say in terms of this mode, which hasn't been seen from previous year's Showcase mode, but it is interesting and definitely fun to play through Bryan's earlier years, reliving some of the memories while Daniel assists in setting up the context of the matches ahead of time. As a fan of Daniel Bryan, I thoroughly enjoyed the showcase, and it's also a good way to become more familiar with the controls. Striking and grappling has been simplified this year, and although some would say that it has been dumbed down, a more experienced player will easily find ways to master the controls. 2K went for an easier approach and wanted players to feel empowered even though they haven't mastered the controls yet. Now, this isn't a button mashing game, not at all, but if this is the first time in a WWE game, you'll definitely find it relatively easy to perform some of the more powerful moves in the ring. Additionally, you could also pause the game and look up some of the moves in the menu. There is also a new system called Payback introduced in WWE 2K19. This ability allows you to pick two slots, a tier 1 and a tier 2 option, which acts almost as a skill. The tier 1 option recharges and can be something such as an auto reversal, a buff or stamina recharge, while the tier 2 option is a more powerful ability and only allows for a one-time use. My Universe mode also makes a return here with the option of setting up your own TV shows, create custom belts, choose rivalries and much more. As for microtransactions, at the time of this review I didn't really notice anything that can be purchased additionally to boost your characters, although I can see them adding that at a later stage. There's also an online mode, however I didn't really play much with that mode as I had some technical issues which surely will be patched out during launch. It's refreshing to see 2K Games really listen to their fans, and it shows. WWE2K19 is by far the best WWE game I've played under the 2K umbrella, with a cleaner user interface, smoother animations, massive roster. I do believe it's the biggest one yet, and improved modes, not to mention the new ones. WWE 2K19 deserves your attention in every way, especially if you're a WWE fan. I would say that WWE 2K19 is definitely worth buying at a full price, and had I put a score on this, then I'd definitely give it an 8.5 out of 10. Visually, WWE 2K19 is also stunning to look at and by far the best looking WWE game that I've ever played, and that is saying a lot. Even for non-WWE fans, this is still a fun game, and if you've been sitting on the side of the ring waiting for the right moment to get back into the game, now is the perfect time. It does have a little bit of a learning curve despite the easy to learn controls, and I had a few animation glitches, one where my created superstar got stuck and I had to exit the match, but with all of the replayability and the introduction of the new tower mode, this is one WWE game that will last for a while. Well, that is until we see WWE 2K20. I'd like to thank Prima and 2K for a code on this game, and for more games check out the rest of my channel. If you like this video, then give me a thumbs up. If you dislike it, then give me a thumbs down, but please tell me why so I can improve my videos. My name is Frank, I'm the Red Side Guy, and frankly, thank you for watching. Catch you guys in the next video.